I am Hollis Ann Hauoli Conception Catrett, formerly Conception. Born and raised in Kaimuki, St. Louis Heights, St. Louis Drive. I'm now in Kaneohe. I always wanted to be an interior decorator. Oh, jazz singer more than anything. Jazz singer, interior decorator, or even a teacher. But first and foremost, I wanted to go to college. College was very new when I graduated. It wasn't mandatory like it is for most of you now, a few years under your belt. And when I went to ask my mother, first thing she said was, I can't afford it. And I wished the balls that God blessed me with, I had picked it up then and gotten on with my life. But I didn't. I didn't know where to start, where to go. So I started to work. I think it was 19 or 20. I interviewed for United Airlines. They wondered if I was interested in being a flight attendant. I was not. I don't care to fly. But they had a position there, and it was temporary at the Waikiki ticket office as what they called lobby hostess. You welcome the people in. And it was really funny. It was in Waikiki, right where Liberty House, which is now Macy's to you kids. But there was a sign that read, as you entered, please wait for our receptionist. It's how it's supposed to be read, as we all know here in Hawaii. Mahalo. Thank you. No, please wait for our receptionist. Thank you. But these bloody fools read it, please wait for our receptionist. Mahalo, as though that were my name. So they go around the Waikiki office going, mahalo, mahalo. And then there was a position open at the airport. And I was not your typical United Airline agent. A lot of people often, 99% of the time, don't really accept you for how you are. And I was, for them, out in left field. You had a lot of the Caucasians. United Airlines was always a white man's company at the time, as we say without sounding racist, because they were wonderful people. I was one of 3 local girls at the airport in the day. I got in permanently for United at the airport, customer service. Sylvie Kruger really pushed it. I don't think Larry Au, who I adore today, but Larry didn't care for me too much in the beginning. I was too outspoken for him. And again, not your norm agent. And I would sing in the lobby, dance on the bell, and do my thing, so to say. But as a result, I have been there 48 years, technically. 45 this May 6th. I now run the United Club at the airport for the past 17 years. I run a pretty tight shift there. And not an easy job, contrary to what most people think. It's wonderful and elegant. And you meet wonderful, wonderful people that always look, when I am not there, I mean, if they're not bringing me flowers or gifts or goodies, they miss me when I'm not there, my regular clients. And then on the other hand, you have a lot of okolihis. It's a nice way of saying asshole. And at that point in time, they need to leave my room. I'll stand up and, I don't need security. I am the security. The celebrities I've met in the room, oh my goodness, Tom Selleck. I even drove him when I was in the lobby to Hawaiian Airlines. Lovely man, lovely, lovely man. And as handsome as he is on TV, he looks exactly like that in person, even in his older age. Pierce Brosnan, gentleman to the word. I've had Mariah Carey come through, Sharon Stone, Kanye West, who asked if I knew who he was. And I said, refresh my memory. You don't know who I am? He said, I'm Kanye. I said, Kanye. Sounds familiar. And I really didn't know who the hell he was at the time, prior to the Kardashians, being married to whatever her name is. He told me he wanted I want a Grammy. And I said, oh, don't tell me you do rap, because I don't care for rap. The other one was Smokey Robinson. Came and goes, hi! And I knew immediately who he was with his green eyes. Gwen Stefani. I opened up the office at, I'm at work usually at 4:30 in the morning, I open up at 5:30. I do my auditing, and our manager came in and said that she wanted to come in. Now, I already have a line. I usually have a line of about 20, 30 people. And I work by myself for the first half an hour. He wanted to bring her in first at 5 o'clock. And as I told my manager, absolutely not. How do you prejudice yourself to allow, because she's a celebrity in there, and other people that pay for the room are not allowed to come in at 5 o'clock? So to kind of meet him halfway, I went through the back door and I signaled her entourage. There was an entourage, of course. I let her in through the kitchen. And she looks exactly how she does on TV. Paste white, platinum hair, deep red lips. If you took that all off, she'd probably look like a ghost. And Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson, more recently, he came in. More recently, I went to an 80th birthday party. And I got up to sing, and it was, I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the one thing I've got plenty of. Baby, dreaming a while, scheming a while. You're sure to... Well, I did a ditty, and I stepped to the left. I was snockered. I drank a whole thermos of scotch on the rocks. And I fell on the grass, ever so delicately, mic in hand, looking at the grass, and without thinking, I said, "What the fuck?" And then I heard everybody scream, "Oh, it fell down." I said, "Don't touch me. When I make an ass out of myself, I need to get up by myself." Straighten myself up, my clothes, and I curtsy. But on a lot of my spare time, I'm always doing this bloody yards. I have 2 properties. My children live on the other property with all my grandchildren. I'm here. We have huge yards, about 13,000 square feet of lot. And I cook often for my families. Like I said, there's like 17 to 21 at a time, any given time. And we have a good time. They eat well. They're very fortunate, and so am I. My advice is always strive for the highest. And I know you people have, or kids have heard this so often. When you're young, you think you have the whole world ahead of you. Sit down and think back how many friends you've lost at such a young age. And you're 20 today, and how the hell did I become 70 in August? I still can't believe it. When people ask you, what is love? You can come up with 1 million answers for what love is, but to me, it's kindness and consideration. To me, that takes it all the way. I almost moved from here, working for the airline, to California. And I remember telling my mother that was my desire. My mother hesitated for about 5 seconds and said, "Why do you Kanakas all want to move away? Don't you realize how uli we live in the most beautiful place in the world?" Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on that doorstep. Just direct your feet to that sunny side of the street.